my closet door. Okay, I'm seeing like this. This is cool. Kind of. Let's lift it up just a little bit. Look, there we go. All right, so I'm the Bright Queen. Welcome to today's live. I just have some information that I wanted to share. And as I was creating the thumbnail for this, it wasn't giving me like the vibe I wanted. And my shoulder started to have this energy on it that kind of like was like, for lack of better words, bringing down my frequency, which is also a part of the conversation. But I wanted to speak about this message that I got. And the message is that the beginning is coming to an end. And this is nothing in a negative way from what I feel at all, or in a bad way at all. This just means that I've been noticing a pattern of things coming full circle, especially things from the beginning of my spiritual journey, even though that's also, you know, not exactly true because we're spiritual beings, we're souls, so you're always on a spiritual journey. But what I mean by this is the year 2022 is when a lot of stuff for me personally, like, started popping up in my reality. I started to have a lot of uh different experiences, cool experiences, and into 2023, and things from that time are coming to this time to close. It's like a closing out of that, which also is indicative of a new beginning. So maybe you've noticed this. I'm calling it the Six of Cups energy, which is why I put the Six of Cups on this in the thumbnail. Six cups. The Six of Cups, if you just think of just the number six and then cups and what that kind of means in tarot, to me, cups is all about emotional things. And I feel like even numbers, you have like this opportunity with even numbers for like stability or fulfillment in some way. So six is the number of love. So Six of Cups is like the number of like emotional fulfillment in harmony. It's balanced with an opposing force, so to speak. And that's what I'm feeling is happening now. This balancing of something from the past in the present. It's almost like you've learned a lesson that you, thank you for the like. It's almost as if you've learned a lesson from the past. It's like you've learned that lesson from that time, or whenever it's coming into your reality into now, and it's showing up in real material ways. And since May Day, which was May 2nd, I have been noticing an uptick in fairy encounters. And for me personally, one of the ways that this beginning coming to an end has expressed itself is through gifts from the fairies. So I've talked about this before on my channel, but I'm guessing most of the people that were watching this or are going to watch this haven't seen all of my videos from the beginning. But I've had instances where things, especially in my car, but sometimes obviously in my room and stuff, but especially in my car, they will literally disappear. I had a box of sage incense cones, and I put them in the little cubby on the side of my door in my car one day. This was a couple of years ago, and when I went to my car to get them, it was gone. I checked that cubby a million times. I checked the rest of my car. It was gone. 3 days later, I went there and it was in the exact spot in the cubby where I put it the first time. And so, anyways, recently I was sitting in my car and I looked down and there was this circle crystal, this one, this round or spherical selenite, and right by my pedal in my car, right after I was talking about someone having the world in their hands. This looks like the world, right? What they say is the world. But anyways, I don't think the world looks like this, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's the world in the hands. Right after I said that, I saw this crystal appear. I got this crystal and lost it in either 2022 or 2023. Since then, I have had my car cleaned professionally a couple of times, had my car cleaned professionally. And yet, the other day, this crystal just magically appeared in my car. I haven't seen this crystal in years. Then, about 3 days after that, I was sitting in my car again and I saw another crystal that I haven't seen in years just appear on the floor uh of the by the mat in my car 2222. And that same thing with that crystal. I hadn't seen that crystal in years. Since the last time I saw that crystal, I've had my car professionally cleaned. It's like there's no way these crystals just now came out, but they did. It came out just now at this time. And I've had other things happen similarly. I'm sure even things that I've missed. But I would say another one that I've recently experienced is during that time period of 2022 when all these experiences were happening, I was introduced to this podcaster. Since then, I never watched this person, never watched him. It's a man, never watched this man. And then yesterday or the day before yesterday, someone that I subscribed to on YouTube posted an interview with that podcaster. And so it's like this connect from then to now. And I'm also hearing with the San Antonio Spurs, I feel like they're going to win the NBA championship. I haven't been watching it at all, but I've just seen it kind of on TV. And I remember years ago, this definitely wasn't in 2022. It was before that. Years ago, I remember they were like in this very similar position in the NBA finals. I forget the word, finals, championship, whatever it's called. I remember that distinctly, and I think they lost, so maybe they'll lose it again now. I don't know, but there's something with that. Everything is connected. The fact that they're the Spurs, and this is the year of the fire horse. You know, usually people, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a farmer girl or ranch girl, but if I'm not mistaken, spurs are used to kind of spur on the horse, the fire horse. So all of this stuff is connected. So let me know after this video is uploaded if you wish, or you can just comment on one of my posts on YouTube because I've turned off the comments on this live because people can who come on here and they don't even know me be messaging shit and it gets in the way of my channeling. So comment somewhere else on my page if you've been experiencing this kind of 6 of Cups energy happening with you. Another thing I want to speak on before I get into the fairies, because I will. Let me go ahead and get my fairy oracle deck out. So that I don't forget to get back into the fairies. And thank you for all the likes. Is about changing the your perspective into one of abundance. And when you do that, your reality immediately shifts because you are the creator of your reality. And this is something that I also spoke on last May. I was in this energy, everything was flowing really well. And then it just shifted again and I got in a very heavy energy because I was in fear, because I was something in me was triggered, which is okay, but that's not going to happen again, especially not in the same way. Uh, but anyways, the thing I wanted to share was about shifting that mindset from a mindset of lack of I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, I can't, I can't, I can't, to I have, I have, I have, I can, I can, I can. And I know this can very easily be more easily said than done, especially with all the different stressors, both voluntary and involuntary, being pushed into your life. But I'm telling you, now is the time, always now is the time, but now is the time to really be shifting this perspective because as it's let me figure out how to word this because I want to say in a way that assumes permanence and not just this corridor or this portal right now, because as I just said, we create our own reality. So it's not about like living confined by time, although there is divine timing, but hopefully you know what I mean. But it's like the veil is very thin, I'll say. Like it's very thin right now, 11/11/68. So it's like right now is a great time to be jumping. Right when I said that, Kitty jumped. To be jumping over those self-imposed hurdles into the land that you've basically promised yourself. And I'm trying to think of one way that's not gross because all I can think about is the gross one. I'll just say that one. So the whole time I've been wanting money to get a wax under my arms, just just to be very gross. But you know, it's body hair isn't gross. But you know what I mean. Wax under my arms, and I haven't had the money to do that because when I get money, I have to spend it on other things, or I choose to spend it on other things that are more important than something that's more cosmetic, especially when I don't typically mind hair being under my arms in the first place. And so when I shifted this perspective from I don't have into I have, I can, immediately an idea came to me about how to remove the thick part that was under my arms of the hair, where you can see now it's still hairy but like not as much as it was, trust me, because I was like, oh yeah, we have hair clippers here at my house, and I just use those. And so that's just an example of like how your lack mentality can literally block you from abundance that you already have. I need to go close my door real quick. Just soak on that. Okay, I'm back. So, yes, the fairies have been very involved. I know for a fact they are the ones that brought that back to me as a sign. And it's also you thinking, like the changing the way you think instead of thinking, my crystals have been stolen from me, or they've been removed from me, or the fairies are punishing me. It's like this whole time they've kept them so that at this exact moment you would have them again and you would know that the beginning is coming to an end for a whole new world. Like I said about that crystal, a whole new world to be in your hands. Okay? So this is the fairy oracle book by Eugene, is it Jeffrey? I always forget the last name of this man. Eugene Fletcher. It's by Eugene Fletcher. And Kitty the cat. These other oracle cards wanted to come out as well. I need to drink some. Message from the fairies. I'm seeing blue skinned aquatic people. Blue skinned aquatic people. Where y'all at? Raise your hands. Oh, one more though. Let's leave another one in here. There we go. Oh, two more came out. Oh, look at that. Overflowing wealth. What do you say? Overflowing wealth. How could this not be like right on the money, like right on the on point? I just was saying this about how now, and now is always, now is the perfect time to be switching from that mentality of lack into a mentality of abundance, because it's right here. It's right here, y'all. It's right here. And then we have these two, good company. Look at that. Good company. I'm gonna get into all these. Just let me come them out now. And then the last one is shape shifter. And this fits right into the message. The beginning is coming to an end. It's shape shifting. You're transitioning, transforming, shape shifting. I think we're gonna go ahead and get into one of these because yes, I can share this. Yes. One of the things that I immediately thought of when I saw this is the snake. And I have been seeing the snake like a lot. Snake a lot. And a lot of people are like afraid of the snake. I would say kind of me included. I don't go near them, but when I see them, I'm not like, I'm pretty chill about it. But anyways, that's beside the point. The message that I got from one of the snakes that I've seen in person was that it's time, is what I heard from this particular snake, was it's time. Snakes are very sacred creatures, in my opinion. Like the snake come out of the water, everybody know to stay the fuck back. And it's like it's a very powerful energy, even if the snake is just sitting there. I feel like I'm not a snake expert, but I feel like a lot of the times they just be chilling. They don't even be doing nothing. And they got like the whole world so terrified of them. And something else that I put together is that horses, again, this is the year of the fire horse. Again, you are not constrained or confined by the calibers of time. Everything is always now, just to say that. But horses are notoriously afraid of snakes. What happens when a horse sees a snake? It like jumps up and it like runs somewhere else. It freaks out. It shape shifts. It moves. It The energy of the horse like is spurred on, so to speak. And so if you've been seeing the snake, that's the message as well. Like it's indicative and it's encouraging you to change, you to shift, you to transform, you to get a move on about something. Yes, I'm gonna leave it at that. And then here we have overflowing wealth and good company. This overflowing wealth is accompanied by the good company. And it connects right with that Six of Cups energy. Because something that I haven't mentioned yet, even though I mentioned opposing forces, is that traditionally in the Six of Cups card, there are two people. Usually one's younger and one's older or something like that, but it's two people. So there is someone or maybe many people or a couple of people that you are encouraged to connect with in terms of this overflow of wealth. And I'm hearing the fairies will let you know when there are eggs in the nest. Seeing eggs in a nest is gonna be a sign for someone. The other day I was walking and I saw a baby bird on the sidewalk, like still having those baby bird feathers, couldn't fly, eyes were still glued shut, blind. And I was like, okay, how do I help? I was like, oh shit, like there's this bird, and it was like, I was like, oh, this baby bird, like I don't want to just leave it here, but I know at the same time it's probably best that I don't touch it. And then it came to me, you need to move. Like you have to move out of the way because I saw a bird fly to one of the neighborhood houses, and it was like that bird wants to come help this bird, but because you're so big, You're standing in the way. Again, like I was saying earlier about this shape shifting energy, you need to move out of the way. And sure enough, I moved like a good amount of feet away, kilometers. I'm American, I don't know nothing about kilometers. But I moved a good amount of feet away, and I see from that distance a bird come and feed the little bird that's on the sidewalk. And so that's also a message like you're in good company. You can trust, and you don't have to force anything. And in fact, you trying to force like help, especially for something that you don't have the answers to, just move out of the way, and naturally something will come in and feed that bird for you, the little baby bird. Okay, finally, since these cards just had to say something, this is my Legendary Ladies deck by Anne Shen, probably mispronouncing that. Oh look, bottom of the deck, Queen. Lot of feminine energy today. So feminine energy is all about intuition, trusting your intuition. Like 11:22 is the time now. I felt like, okay, I got this message about the beginning coming to an end, about fairies, about the 6 of cups. I'm just gonna share it. I feel like this is something I need to share with people. I'm just gonna do it. Just go with it. Be very queen like, very sure of yourself, very confident. Okay, thank you whoever just gave me that compliment. um, I'm hearing another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, I kind of want to get this one already. I feel like I haven't seen this one in a while. I'm gonna get this one because look at that. The world in her hands and a fucking snake. Somebody do the sound effects. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. I literally split the deck. Didn't even shuffle it. And it's two of the things I just fucking said. Everybody give me some likes. Give me some snaps. What in the world? Look at this. Once again, the world doesn't look like this. From what I have been shown, you could say the toroidal field of where we live or where we're living now looks like this. But basically the gist is just the world, not necessarily the planet. Okay, the world, in my opinion, is more like a social concept, or the spirit or source, or the collective consciousness would be the world in your hands, the consciousness. Thank you for the like, in your hands right now. What's also here is this snake, and notice this lady, Allah, unbothered, unbothered. She understands like the importance of the snake, but she's also not afraid of it. Like I feel like she understands, okay, the snake is here telling me to move forward. I'm charging forward. I got the world in my hands. Like that type of vibe, but she's not like disturbed by it. Just like how at the beginning of this, I felt that like energy on my shoulder kind of like weighing me down, but I still persisted anyways. Like just like I said last May, go watch my How I Changed My Life videos. That was last May of 2025. I was saying how this energy is not about being happy. It's not about being in this perfect frequency all the time and then shitting on yourself when you feel out of it or you feel like a lower vibration. This these are all chances and opportunities to love, love, love it the fuck up. Allah. And then here it says morality. I kept thinking it said mortality. So I'm gonna go with both. Morality. This is about being in integrity, having your morals aligned. And I'm hearing that in particular, this is talking about um not being in a lack mentality, not thinking in terms of, again, I don't have, I can't, not yet, if only this person has it and I don't. Morally, you should be thinking for the morality of yourself that I am source embodied. I am an infinite soul. I am so powerful. I come from abundance. I come from love. I am infinite. I do not end, not ever, ever, ever. And doing right by yourself in that way, because by telling yourself that you don't have, you're basically telling and creating a lie, so to speak. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing like don't be bothered by the serpent's tongue. The serpent or the snake is here to get you moving in the right direction. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's actually try to shuffle the deck this time, even though I feel like this mermaid one could also be one, because I split the deck and it was this mermaid one and Allah. So I feel like I'm just gonna go with it. Yemoha. Yemoha? Yemoha? Probably mispronouncing this. This one says release. Release. This is literally still on par with all the messages today. Like the first crystal, obviously, that I found in my car, I still have, but the second one, it was a black crystal. I lost that one again immediately. It just released it. And it's like, because I'm so abundant, I'm not even worried about that crystal. Like, release the worries. Don't be worried about it. Just know that you are abundant. And as you are, a lot of people think that if you're in this mentality, it means, okay, I'm just going to sit around and do nothing. Ain't nobody said that. This whole time, ain't nobody said that. Ain't nobody said that changing from a lack mentality into an abundant mentality means just sit around and do nothing. I literally just said that once I shifted that in my mind, in my head, in my energy, I got an idea on how to be abundant and then I went and did it. Okay? But first I had to release that mentality of debt, of not having enough. And I did say earlier, didn't I say? I said an aquatic person with blue skin. And not quite, but kind of. Look at that. A mermaid with a blue skin body. My intuition is on point, and so is yours. That's why you're here today. That's why all these messages are resonating with you. That's why you're going to share this video with somebody that you feel like needs it, or you're going to save it for yourself to come back and watch later. Because I guarantee with that Six of Cups energy, it's going to be stuff from the past that did not make sense, and it's going to make sense now. It's going to make sense now. Um, Especially things, is Leo watching this? Especially things that you thought were against you. It's going to be something that you felt like was against you and not for your highest good or something like that. And then when the truth of it is revealed now, it's going to hit. It's going to be this boost of confidence. Seeing two birds sitting on this branch in front of me in this tree, and they're both facing me. That's the power of duality unified. Okay, I'm going to take a moment to make sure I don't need to say nothing else. Something with the moon, and then I'll let you know. I'm seeing glass, like a glass ornament, like a knickknack, a glass knickknack. and it's spherical a little bit, but not all the way. Could be anything. But I know like my great aunt, like she has these little figurines of glass, like these little angels, or like little baskets in the manger with Jesus and stuff like that. Like I'm seeing something with glass ornaments um as you walk into this house. I'm seeing carrots as well. Should I share that? Seeing carrots as well. Okay, I'm gonna share that. This is gonna be the last thing I share. So get ready. Last night, I was, could you not, sitting right here in my bed, chilling out. From the side of my eye, I see something step out of my mirror that I have here. Step out of my mirror. It was like something like skinny, like a antler type of thing. Like I caught like the end of it. Like it hopped out and I just saw the end. I think it was a rabbit with antlers, but I could be wrong. And after like I just caught that little glimpse, I looked at the mirror at the bottom left where it hopped out, and it was the mirror right there was like moving like a puddle. Like it had just come through the portal of my mirror and it was still moving and then it went back into place to solid. This is what I mean by the veil is thin because I have seen mirrors do this, but only in astral form when I've astral projected. I've seen mirrors, they always be moving. Like they're not uh these solid things that we see them as. And the fact that I saw something come out of it, and I was completely unafraid. If anything, I was just like excited, like wow, or like it was also kind of like I kind of knew, like if you see like your pet kind of like walk by you, you're like, oh, that's Jeffrey the goat, whatever kind of pets you have. But it's like that feeling of like, oh yeah, that's so and so. It felt like that. Like I knew that was gonna happen. I've also been having a lot of that, like these knowings, these knowings about things coming in. So rabbits, I know rabbits are greatly associated with carrots, but there's something about carrots. Maybe somebody needs to go eat carrots. Maybe I need to go eat carrots. Thank you so much for the likes. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best to word this so I can know this is the video where I talked about the mirror being a portal, the end being the beginning coming to the end, the fairies and shifting the consciousness to abundance. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.